Hey, I'm Chris Van Vliet. Go behind the scenes and beyond the headlines with the biggest names in pro wrestling and beyond.
Jeff Jarrett, great to see you.
In this business, the story behind the scenes, so much more entertaining than what you see on camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Mr. Heyman, you are a master at the little things. That's how you turn good into great.
What does it take to achieve greatness? Whatever it takes, I'm willing to do.
That's an Emmy-winning performance.
How about it?
Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
This Jocks 94.5 podcast is brought to you by Millennium Satellite and Video. Log on to msbnow.com. TV excellence everywhere. That's Millennium. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning starts now.
All right, welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning, 9:46, Friday, July 17th. Don't forget about Game Day Men's Health. If you're lacking energy, feeling on edge, lacking sleep, Game Day Men's Health wants to help you. Weight loss, testosterone replacement, peptides, all in stock now. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Sign up for the free consultation, free PSA test, free testosterone test. They give you your baseline health, then present the options. Save 10% on any of those by mentioning Mac and Cube, and you walk in the front door. Holistic approach to health and wellness. Minimal upfront cost from the programs they offer. Just go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com today and get started. Kevin Egan, studio host for Apple TV's soccer coverage of the MLS. Help us to preview the final and the bronze final coming up this weekend. Kevin, first off, just how successful do you feel like this World Cup has been this year? It was new, expanded field, more teams, 1,000-foot view. How did it work out?
Yeah, good morning, guys. It's great to be with you. I think this World Cup has surpassed all expectations, and I genuinely mean that. There were some concerns about the quality. There were concerns from a political standpoint as well, with everyone coming over from different parts of the world. Everything's played out beautifully so far. And I think when you look at the stories of the smaller nations, when you talk about diluting the quality, give me the story of DR Congo. Give me the story of Cape Verde every day of the week over not having them. So maybe I'm Irish, and like the fact that we didn't qualify, and I wanted our tiny nation to qualify. It didn't happen, but I like the expanded field the way it is right now. And ultimately, in the World Cup, only 8 nations have ever won it. And here we were in the semi-final stage, 4 previous champions, all there. The top 4 seeds all make it. So usually the Korean does rise to the top.
When you look at where the final ended up, I mean, Spain has been incredible for a while. I think a lot of people thought France. I know I certainly did. Argentina, however, has been just a huge surprise to me. Now, Messi's unreal, never bet against him, but what they've been able to do in flipping things against Egypt and then, of course, against England, help us understand what Messi and Argentina have pulled off the last few weeks.
I couldn't agree more. I thought that they looked old. I thought they looked leggy, especially the extra time games against Switzerland and Cape Verde. Like, you don't expect them to go to extra time against those teams. But what they have is a resilience and a belief and a passion and love. And I say that, and I mean that sincerely. It felt like they would die on the field the other day for their country and for Lionel Messi. That's the way it felt. It didn't matter what they had to do. They were getting that win. And England retreated, and England looked scared the way they played. Argentina have an X factor. I don't quite know how to quantify that. But obviously they've got Messi. But at 39 years of age, what he's doing needs to be mentioned as well, because he's been playing in Major League Soccer for 3 years now. And people said, he's coming across to MLS. He's leaving the top leagues in Europe. He's been great in MLS. He's been absolutely brilliant, back-to-back MVP. And it's a credit to the training staff, obviously, and the facilities of his club, but also I think the competitive nature in MLS. It's kind of shut a lot of people up right now.
You mentioned MLS. First, tell the listeners where they can see you guys covering MLS on Apple TV this weekend.
Yeah, anywhere. If you've got Apple TV, you've got Major League Soccer. That's the way you need to look at it. So if you've got Apple TV, it's free. It's on there. There's no extra subscriptions or anything. And you can get to see Messi, Son Heung-min. We've got Robert Lewandowski now playing for Chicago. A lot of the big world stars are now playing in Major League Soccer. So no matter where you are around the world, if you've got Apple TV, you've got us.
All right, Kevin Egan with us, studio host for Apple TV's coverage of MLS. Spain, Argentina. For us that don't know this game the way that you do, what should we be watching for either of these teams that they have to accomplish to be able to get this win and hoist this trophy?
Yeah, it's going to be a real battle of attrition in a lot of ways. Here's the thing. Spain will dominate the football, and Argentina will be okay with that. What I mean by that is Spain will put their foot on the ball. They're going to have the majority of the possession of the ball, the passes, and they're going to have to wait for their moment to really pounce and break through this stubborn Argentina defense. For Argentina, they need to figure out a game plan when that's the case, because England sat back voluntarily. England retreated. England, after they scored the goal, had 12% of the ball, which is unheard of. They played scared. With Spain, how do Argentina get up the field? That's one of the big things for them, because they don't have the pace that they once had with a guy like Angel Di Maria. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how much of the ball they'll have. I think if Spain control the ball in this game, they're firm favourites. But Argentina, again, have that X factor, that pride in their country that, again, seems ridiculous to suggest everyone should have that. But when you watch Argentina, you feel it.
It was unbelievable, the barrage, I guess, they put on England there down the stretch. I mean, the goalie for England probably had 3 unbelievable saves that were surefire goals. And sure enough, like they ended up still scoring twice, but it could have been 5. So when they flip the switch, what exactly is it that they do that all of a sudden turns them into this outrageously good attack that gets all these great looks? I'll counter that a little bit, though, and say that when England scored the goal and Argentina started to get a bit of the ball, England way too early went ultra defensive and said, well, you're going to have to break us down. Why? You've got Marcus Rashford, you've got Bukayo Saka, you've got players that are excellent in transition, that, they'd be wide receivers in the NFL. They're so fast, and you've got these guys against tired legs, and Argentina's 2 centre-backs were already on yellow cards. So put some pace up front, give England an outlet. He's afraid to take off Harry Kane, doesn't do that. And in that moment, it just said to Argentina, you've got all the ball now. And when it's wave after wave after wave of attack, eventually Messi, the magic man, is going to find a way through. He's going to find a way to conjure up an opportunity, and Lautaro Martinez finished it. It just seemed cowardice from England. And for Argentina, their quality will shine. When you give Enzo Martinez that sort of a look from the edge of the area, or you give Lionel Messi the ball out wide and you say, make something happen, of course he's going to do it. So in the English media, is absolutely destroying the head coach, Thomas Tuchel, and I think deservedly so.
Kevin Egan is the studio host for MLS coverage on Apple TV. He's with us now on the Higginbotham Hotline. You and I reference college football, and you've paid attention to it since you've come to the United States. And a college football analogy here would be we have players and now even teams that are opting out of bowl games, postseason games that don't lead to an overall championship. How is the bronze final viewed by World Cup folks? Like we view it as a game that doesn't count, maybe. I think a lot of people in college football will probably opt out of this game, not want to play in this game. Give us some more context as to sort of this France-England matchup, what it means, how it's viewed.
Can I be honest? I totally forgot about it. I totally forgot that that's actually taking place. It's in Miami tomorrow, out in the heat. Those players just want to go on vacation. That's the reality. These players have had such grueling long seasons, mostly over in Europe. And they come to the World Cup, they play, they're devastated, they get knocked out of the semi-final stage, and now they've got to play this meaningless game. And that's what it is. Let no one tell you otherwise. These players don't want to be there tomorrow. We're told as broadcasters you always want to sell a game, sell a moment, but ultimately this really doesn't mean much. And I think you'll see rotated teams, I would guess.
Kevin, great stuff, man. I know it was late notice. Thank you for hopping on. You were great on Paul's show yesterday. Great today, giving us some more context. And we'll be catching you on MLS coverage on Apple TV. Thank you so much.
Very kind. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Kevin Egan joining us on the Higginbotham Hotline. Great job kind of helping us understand what the final is going to look like on Sunday, and then literally said that he forgot about the bronze final on Saturday. That about sums it up, right? And that's from a soccer guy.
A meaningless bronze game.
But honestly, it's probably one of the more intriguing games of the whole tournament. I mean,
matchup-wise,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's so good.
They'll take it.
We'll see how it goes, but that game does sound awesome.
You've been seeing pictures of these dudes out on these yachts, I guess, down there in Miami getting ready for this game. So some may already be on vacation. Like Charles and Kenny and those guys wouldn't even have to make the reference. They're already out on their boats.
Quick early hamstring pull from somebody.
Cramp.
Can't go. Bring out the stretcher.
Yeah, because once you go out, you can't come back in, right?
Yes.
Yep. So you have that tib fracture when you get kicked early in this game.
If you have a little bit of a tight, if you have a bit of a tight hammy, and they take you off in the stretcher, do you just tell them to take you straight to the locker room?
Yeah, you do your wave.
And then just take me right in. I'm not going to stay on the sideline.
The clap to the crowd. Thank you. Yeah.
We had the
I hurt my hamstring on the kickoff.
I'll share this with you quickly. We had the ultimate soccer moment in our backyard yesterday. It is kind of hilarious, like how much now my boys want to play soccer every day. Like they're back there kicking goals against each other, everything. And they were kind of going back and forth. One of them gets kicked in the shin, and he's down on the ground, like literally crying, and he's rolling around. I was like, boy, we're taking this soccer thing real serious. Like you guys are really playing real soccer on the ground, acting like you're dying. I told them, get up or find another sport. But they're doing it the way it's done. I'll give them credit for that. Rolling on the ground crying.
They're playing the part.
They are playing the part. Yes. So that'll be done after this weekend. And then we'll be live at SEC Media Days, Monday, 7 a.m. Greg and I will be in Tampa to bring you all the coverage each and every day. As many coaches, as many players, as many other members of the media as we can jam in there. We're going to get all the thoughts, all the news, all the quotes of SEC Media Days, 4 full days of it. We will be there in the Bay to bring it to you right here on Jocks. We're done for the week. 3-man front coming up next. I'll be on Paul's show later right here on Jocks.
Jocks 94.5 is live on YouTube every weekday, plus video shorts and podcasts. Find us at Jocks 94.5 and smash the subscribe and like button so you never miss a moment. Jocks 94.5 on YouTube.
Scrolling with Haley. Join Haley Caronia as she scrolls through the biggest headlines.
If you haven't watched this show before, we do blind reactions. I have not seen these videos, so I am seeing them for the first time with all of you. We're going to implement the tinfoil hat time segments and all the stuff you know and love. And I'm going to finish the show and answer some of your questions. Someone asked me, what made you get into podcasting? And I was producing podcasts for other people. And I was like, I could do this for myself. And here I am.
Scrolling with Haley. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.